cold outside. The inside it's warm. This is Marvin's Munchies. I'm Marvin Saunders. We're going to make a classic deal for you here tonight, tomato soup. Everybody likes a good warm cup of soup around my house whenever it's real cold. I personally prefer tomato soup. I don't eat just regular tomato soup. I make my own. I'm going to tell you how we do it here. Hope you enjoy this as much as we do. We take a 15-ounce can of whole tomatoes, and I've already chopped them up in the blender. I try to make them just as liquefied as I can. Pour it in a saucepan. I turn my fire on. I generally turn my heat on high there. Wrench out my blender a little bit where I get all the tomatoes. These tomatoes are the ones that are peeled. I don't particularly like the peeling, so we get the ones that are peeled. All right, we put in 15 ounces of tomatoes and tomato juice there. We're putting in 8 ounces of water. We're going to put in a little ketchup. This is something that can be made at the clubhouse. It can be put in your thermos to take with you to the duck blind, or just to sit around and sip a cup of soup. All right, we got our water, ketchup, tomatoes. We put a little Worcestershire sauce in it. We got some Louisiana hot sauce. Put a little Louisiana hot sauce in it. Some smoked pepper. Put a little smoked pepper in it. We put just a dash of light salt in it. A little bit of garlic. Like garlic in a lot of things, we put garlic powder in it. We put some sugar in it. We like basil. We put some basil in it. I like to stir it slow. Cook it for about 2 minutes. It should come up to a boil. We'll bring it to a boil. Now I personally like my tomato soup thin enough that I can drink it out of a cup. Some people prefer to eat it out of a bowl with crackers or something. But if you want it a little thicker, don't add as much water. Want it a little thinner? Why, add a little bit more water. One thing that I like to do is, just to make sure that I have all my ingredients right, I taste it. Yep, that's pretty close. After it gets hot, I may add a little bit more hot sauce. If it's made strictly for me, I will add a little bit more hot sauce probably a little bit later for myself. But it tastes pretty good like it is. We bring it up to a boil. And this, as I said, this doesn't take a professional chef to cook. Here at QuackYak, we change up. Sometimes one of my sons will be doing the cooking, or my wife will, just depending on who comes in first from the hunt or whatever. We like to do recipes that are very tasty, but are simple, that anybody can cook. All of the recipes that we do, even in the cookbook that we have coming out real soon, all those recipes that are in there, we've tried every one of them. We've cooked with every one of them over the years. I've been married for 43 years, and all these recipes come from 43 years of my wife and I cooking together and making things the way we like it. We have a lot of folks that come by and eat with us, and we enjoy that. We enjoy sharing things this time of year, in the winter time. We talk about being in the duck blind together and how much fun it is for all of us to be out there and talk about the things that we enjoy, and to get to shoot some ducks and see ducks and watch them work and all of these things. But we like to be together as a family in our home too. I've got 5 grandkids, and that's how Circle 5 Productions came about. We named it that because of the 5 grandchildren, and QuackYak is just kind of something that our wives have said that we do when we're talking about duck hunting. So we named our website that, and this tomato soup that we're working on right here is just about ready. It lasts about 30 seconds or less. And it's come to a boil. It's good and hot. I'm gonna turn the stove off. Now, if you like to eat it out of a bowl, company's coming or something, and you want a little more fancy, put a little bit in a bowl like this. Take some crackers, your favorite kind. Put a few crackers around it. And this is how that I would serve it if somebody wanted it in a bowl. I like it in a cup. Like I said, I like to drink it. This is a very simple recipe. Real tasty, good for cold days. In the summertime, whenever it's just blue blazing hot, I like to take this and get it to where it's just almost freezing. It's so cold, and I drink it cold like tomato juice. But I'm a fan of the tomato. I enjoy them very much. I believe you will too if you'll try this recipe. Join us again later on in QuackYak. We'll have some more recipes.